It's Positively Muskegon. Andy O'Reilly today at the Folkert Community Hub. Chris Morin is here, and he is our subject today because we are going to talk about the launch of a business and really an incredible start. Talk a little bit about how you got started wanting to be in the ice cream business.
Well, I didn't set out wanting to be in the ice cream business. I always wanted a business of some sort. I've always had an entrepreneurial bug, and I was just cruising the business listings in Craigslist. And in Grand Rapids, there was a big, crazy ice cream truck for sale. Yeah, and not just the typical little creeper van that most people associate with ice cream around here, but it's a 20-foot step van.
It didn't say free candy on it?
No.
Parked down by the river?
Nope. Yeah, it was a big, shiny step van. Had extra seats in it for the kids, and it looked like a food truck, so it was actually pretty cool.
Yep.
And so we thought it'd be fun to go test drive it, and not looking to get into the business or anything, but it'd be fun to do on an afternoon, just something to do.
Something to do.
So yeah, we went down, test drove it, and the next day we're writing a check.
No kidding.
And we brought that home. That was in the summer of 2012.
And that's when, and you kind of stuck to the regular product line that you'd find in an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the intention, that we would just buy bomb pops, push-ups, good humor bars, SpongeBob, whatever, and sell it. We can drive around the streets of our hometown of Whitehall, do some birthday parties. No big deal.
Fun.
And that was it. So we bought it in the summer of 2012, about August. So summer was already winding down at that point, but we hit the road and to see what it was like. And Whitehall hasn't had an ice cream truck in years, so people were excited about it, and kids didn't know what to do. It was kind of funny. They're like,
what?
Nobody would come out. At first they would kind of look at us.
They didn't grow up like I did as a kid. You heard those bells, boy, and it was game on.
But as summer went on, people would start to come out and hear us come in, or we would miss them, and then they'd call me on my cell phone and say, "Hey, get back here.
Come back down this road."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot to learn as an ice cream man. There's definitely a tactic to it. It's like fishing. You troll too fast, you miss all the fish, and we would do that to people. Yeah. So they'd call us, and we'd come back and sell them, some bomb pops.
So you did a year of that. Well, half a year maybe, and then what was the inspiration to start Icebox Brand?
Well, I have a degree in culinary arts.
Okay.
I've done private chef work. I've been in the restaurant business my whole life, and I thought I could do something better.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff I don't think is of the best quality. There's actually a Facebook page or Instagram page dedicated to the SpongeBob pops, of how hideous they are. And it's
kids love them. I think they're disgusting, but
but they're horrifying looking. The gumdrop eyeballs are like bleeding black down and stuff, and they're all just disfigured freaks. So and so that's typical novelties aren't of the highest quality, and no one seems to care, and not a lot of variety of flavors in there, and I like to mix it up a bit. So I just thought maybe I could do something better. Something I can make that better quality products, better flavors, and sell off of our trucks.
And you support a lot of local businesses as well. Country Dairy is part of what you do. I'm not sure of the rest of the local stuff, but does Country Dairy make custom-sized bars for you, or do you have to do that yourself?
We buy the ice cream from them, and then through our process, we hand form them into our own bars.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Talk about some of the flavors of these bars. Because we were at Chef Prize not too long ago, and they are absolutely outstanding.
Well, our number one seller is the Caramel Cashew-licious.
I found that out.
Yeah, it's a layer of pretzels and caramel, vanilla ice cream, and cashews on top. So the high quality ingredients, we make our own chocolate coating from scratch, so it's not the flavorless, waxy stuff that's normally used. And those bars, it's messy. I've done some research on the chocolate. A lot has gone into making the bars neater to eat. They figured out a way to make the chocolate stick to the ice cream when you bite it and all this stuff, but the downside is it doesn't taste good.
Right.
And so our chocolate, while it's very messy, just tastes so much better, and we get more compliments on our chocolate than anything else. Another flavor is one of my favorites, is the Green Dragon.
Yep.
It's a cookie layer of Oreos and Butterfinger with mint chocolate chip ice cream. And it sounds weird, but it's a strange combination.
But there are a lot of flavor combinations out there, and I think as the whole foodie thing continues to come along, more and more of these flavors are getting discovered, and people are really enjoying pairings that you wouldn't think of as a regular. And that would be in confections as well.
Absolutely. I like to do some crazy ones too. we didn't do any this year, but a lot of events last year. We had an orange habanero creamsicle.
Yum.
So it was a great creamsicle that I made before. It was a really good bar, but it didn't, wasn't anything special. So last year I added some habanero pepper to it for a kick, and people were asking about it a year later. So obviously, we need to produce it again. And
did you foresee when you started all this stuff that you would have 100+ locations for these bars when you started?
No.
No.
The original intention was to make them and sell them off my truck.
Yep.
I was just gonna wholesale them to myself and then sell them along with everything else.
Sure.
But 2013, we got licensed to make them. We were working out of the Starting Block and Heart, which is an incubator kitchen.
Yep.
And which is a phenomenal place to go.
Yep.
If they walked me through every step of the way of getting licensed, and it was so easy, and they're great people to work with, and made it easy for me that we could get up and
get rolling
in less than 6 months. Yeah, from idea to having a legal product I could sell on the streets.
just like that.
Just like that. It was super easy.
Talk about the future. I mean, you're busy, and I get that. Trust me, I know all about busy. But I mean, with 100 locations for these things, including places like Fifth Third Park, and
we have wineries, breweries, a flower shop, an antique store.
Yep.
Our first store was an antique store.
Yep.
In talking with the owners of the Hokey Pokey up in Montague,
Yep.
they suggested, why don't you put some in here?
Troy Wasserman wanted to get his hands on
Troy
some.
Wasserman, of course,
Sure.
yep, and he's done a lot for us to help promote us.
Yeah.
And he's given out a lot to his customers, and he's got me a lot more leads on places.
Good. That's the way it works, though. People network. You've got a product that's gourmet. He's got a shop that certainly caters to a certain customer when it comes to florists and decorations and things. So it's a perfect fit. Do you foresee somewhere down the line that this will go into a much bigger production, or do you think that you'll keep small and keep like a boutique business going with a good handful of people?
Oh no, I want to
go
grow
big?
it as big as I can grow it.
Sure.
I'm pushing as hard as I can. We have 100 locations, but I'd like to have 1,000.
Sure. Well, who wouldn't?
And we're across the state of Michigan, and we're working our way up and down the coastline right now, and
No kidding.
heading towards Chicago, Detroit.
Man.
There's nothing like us out there.
You didn't plan on it.
And I didn't plan on it, and
What would you say to somebody that is thinking about starting their own business like you did?
It's a lot more work than I envisioned.
Yeah.
When when we brought the bars out, people went gaga for them. And I'm like, wow, this is going to take off like those silly bands.
Yeah, right.
And they're just going to fly off the shelves. And it's been a lot to grow our brand up to 100 stores, to have people recognize us.
Yep.
There's still people in my own hometown that don't know about us. I live in Whitehall with 3,000 people.
I know the feeling.
We have 10 stores in the White Lake area.
Yeah.
I can't say no to anybody, so everyone puts them in their stores, and it's like, how have you not heard of me? So I'm like, I'm not doing a good enough job getting
You got 113,000 readers on this, and there's still people that go, huh, what?
Yeah.
I'm used to it, I know.
So it's a very competitive marketplace, and
Yeah.
people have a ton of choices. Coming from the restaurant to retail, I'm blown away by. I may only sell a few hundred bars in each location, so I need to have a lot of locations. And so what is successful in retail was very surprising to me.
Yeah.
An item like this, that's not a staple like bread, milk, or eggs that you're buying on a weekly basis.
Yep.
Really, you have to have a lot of small locations. And that's one way we're growing it. Events, we've done more events this year with our truck than we ever have.
Yeah, a lot of big ones too.
And it works both ways. We make money at the event, and it grows our brand, and gets us out there. Met so many people through events.
Yeah.
And one thing leads to another. And
That's how it works.
And then lastly, we are buying our own building.
Really?
Yep. Hopefully tomorrow we have the closing set up at 4
How about
o'clock,
that,
so
man?
we'll see how that goes. It's on Whitehall Road.
Okay.
It's on the corner of Duck Lake Road and Whitehall.
I know right where you're
Yeah,
at.
1 mile south of Michigan's Adventure, across the street from Dog Star Ranch.
Yep.
It's a great old building. Used to
Yep.
be a gas station.
Yep, I know the building.
And it fits our brand perfectly.
Yeah.
They put a tin roof porch on it, and it's got some character to it. So we're going to open up a retail store
Good for you.
where you can, if you want to buy a box of bars for a party, you can. If you want to buy one bar, and we'll have tables and umbrellas out
Sure.
there.
Keep it going all year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of ice cream places shut down in the winter.
Yeah.
Which I don't get. You know, I
We
don't care
work
how
year-round.
cold it is.
Yeah, we work year round. We definitely sell less in the wintertime, but we have other projects in the work like ice cream torts. So, not a cake, but a tort's a little fancier, something different. Yeah.
I like how he throws in the tempting part to me. Yeah, it's not a cake, it's more of a tort.
Doesn't that sound so much nicer?
Yeah, it does sound
We're also going to do custom bars made to order.
Cool.
So it'll be like Subway where you can pick out what kind of ice cream you want, what kind of dip you want, and what toppings on it.
amazing.
So, and we'll make it in front of you.
Yeah.
The production facility will be there too, so we've already got Girl Scout troops and stuff looking for tours, so I'm sure tours will be part of it.
Awesome, man. And you know, I wanted to get you in here to not only talk about the business, the brand a little bit, but I wanted to give people a chance to see that it doesn't have to be a cookie cutter job in order to get things started in the right direction. You know what I mean? To have a vision and to think that you can do better than the guy across the street and then follow through with it in little steps or big steps. It's a rocking experience, isn't it?
Yeah, and like the first 2 years, you know, I didn't quit my job right away as we just tested the waters.
Yeah.
You know, we just sold it, you know. We have a $5 ice cream bar. No
Yeah.
one else does. Will
Yep.
people buy it? I mean, that was the first question. And will they buy more than one? Will they come back? And so the first 2 years, we're just kind of testing the waters and seeing where to go with it. And then
It's taking off for you.
2 years ago, I quit my full-time restaurant job, and for the most part, and
Yeah.
I still go back in the off season. You know, still have to.
Got to do it.
Yeah,
I know.
We're not there yet,
No,
but
I know, I do. It's an amazing story, and to think that it all happened right here in Muskegon. You know, for all the times we take it on the chin and somebody says something bad about Muskegon or whatever, there are great people here that really do wonderful things and make things happen. So, anything you want to leave them with Icebox brand?
Well, I want to say about Muskegon.
Yeah.
I was born and raised here. I lived in Grand Rapids for a short while in the late 90s, and you know, things are happening, and the right things are happening in Muskegon.
Don't you think?
It's all coming together.
I think so too, but I see a lot of this kind of stuff. For the general public, they may not know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working events in almost every weekend, and you know, going to the Rotary groups and just seeing the positivity in Muskegon, and people like you doing this.
I'm just doing my part, man.
Yeah.
This is what I have to offer. You know, if I could write a check for a big foundation or something like that, I'd do that. But no, I can talk and
it's working.
Yeah.
You know, my perception of Muskegon has changed, and I'm, you know, going to other events and spreading the word too, because, you know, Muskegon's happening. It's finally coming together.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here my whole life and watching it try and struggle, and to see
I'm not the only one.
see it finally working, like the farmers market. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Huge. I knew that would be a city center. I
Yeah.
knew that would be.
That is done right, and
Yep.
it just works, and
Absolutely.
that's amazing how that all came together.
Absolutely. Chris Morin, it is Icebox ice cream brand. Make sure you try some if you find it at any one of those locations. We'll also put the links online. You ship.
We do.
We were just talking about shipping, so if you're watching this from out of state, get a hold of Chris and he'll get them right over to you. Chris, thanks for taking a couple of minutes. All the links and everything else will be there on Positively Muskegon. Best of luck, and as you shoot up that ladder, keep us in mind.
Thank you, Andy.
Chris Morin from Icebox brand ice cream.